I'm just going to come out and say that this tin, this Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo tin, is the best Yu-Gi-Oh tin ever released in history as far as the promos go. And I don't mean that with a grain of salt. I mean, I really mean that this is the best tin that's ever been released, surely in terms of the value you got from the promos. And oh man, I can just remember opening this back in the day when I was still in high school, and it was extremely exciting. And I think that even people that weren't playing back in 2012, when I show you these promos, you will understand what I'm talking about. You can also see that this is the only one of these tins that was actually like even halfway expensive, and I think that goes to show that even 6 years later, this tin still holds value, even though 2 of the promos are currently banned. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But anyway, this was released in 2012, and extremely exciting because the 4 promo cards, not so much the actual Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo himself, but the other 4 promo cards, the super rare cards, pretty much made back your $20 value, if not more, just right off the bat without even opening the packs. So without further ado, let's show off what we got. So first off, we have Max C. Yes, Max C. And at this point, it has only been printed as a secret rare, and it was very expensive. Next up, you have Tour Guide from the Underworld, the card that used to be $150 to $200. This isn't the first reprint. It did see a reprint in Battle Pack Epic Dawn. However, that was a $20 common / star foil, which was insane. So this came along and pretty much finally solidified Tour Guide as a budget card. And then number 16, Shockmaster. Oh my gosh, one of the best Succeed monsters ever released. And what was important about this was that this was the jump promo that was put in here, and this made it so people, because you might not remember, but Shockmaster was like $80 as an ultra rare because so many decks needed it. Well, mainly just windups needed it, but that was such an important deck back then. And lastly, Rescue Rabbit, another card. It was like at this point like $60, but at one point it was like $100, maybe even higher. And you can just see, like, oh my gosh, like these 10 promos are so good. As far as the packs, we got 1 Photon Shockwave, 2 Order of Chaos, and 2 Galactic Overlords. So we got some crazy stuff going on here. But this tin, I mean, just let me, this was like one of the most hyped tins. This tin looked like the April Fool's tin that like Asian Eyes used to always do. I don't know if he still does it, but at least back when I was watching him in 2012, he would always do these for April Fool's like tin announcements. And this literally looked like a fake tin for April Fool's Day, which is like crazy. So let's and we'll look at the paperwork too, because we this is a new era. This is 2012. So we have that weird kid and that glowy dude. So we got, what are they advertising? Legendary Collection 3, Yugi's World, and wow, those sleeves are that old, huh? This double deck box, that really sucks. And then Realmless Sea Emptor, obviously really good. Abyss Rising, obviously really good. So this would have been before. I'm a little bit more aware of the timeline as far as this year, because I was playing a lot at this time. So now I understand which packs are the oldest and the newest in the tin, and then I understand that Abyss Rising was not yet out at this time, I don't think. Or it had just come out. I'm really good at the timeline, guys. Also, I don't know the timeline. Duelist League, got some crazy stuff there. Dragon Duels, which I think this was one of the earlier years for Dragon Duels. I don't know. At least by the time I was when I was in range for Dragon Duels, they were not doing Dragon Duels. Events while Dragon Duels are held. So you got YCSs, you got WCQs, World Championships. Pretty crazy. And yeah, not actually as much advertising as the previous one. But anyway, let's open up this. And as we found out in the last video, but not the first video, is you are not guaranteed holos in these packs. That is not started yet. That's actually like, I understand there's like a lot of players that are just getting started, or maybe have only been playing like for a year or two. But for most of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, you did not get holos in the packs guaranteed. I mean, like 15 of the 20 years, you did not get holos in the packs. So it's actually even more than that. Anyway, let's check out these ridiculously good promo cards, because, no, like, you guys can even realize that. Like, when you have a thing where the promo cards, every single one of them, except for, like, the Hanzo card, have been on the ban list at one point, like, yeah, obviously you know they're going to be good. So we have Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. It's cool. It's cool, but it's not that good. But then we got Max C, currently banned, but I mean, maybe someday it'll come back. It'll probably come back someday, realistically. This card is still pretty expensive, believe it or not. We got Tour Guide from the Underworld. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was the first time that like budget players can get a holographic version of this card. We got number 16, Shockmaster. which was the win condition for many decks back then. Not just windups, pretty much any deck that could put out level 4 monsters could potentially win some games with Shockmaster. I think one that I remember fondly is Crystal Beast could actually summon Shockmaster pretty easily, and that was pretty good. It gave him a little win condition. Obviously, the card should never come back, though. And then we have Rescue Rabbit. Man, this looks really good as a super rare. I think I actually like the super rare artwork just because I love how cute this guy is. So when you have the super rare, you can really see the bunny. So that's it for the promos. And like already, you can see we've made all of our money back. Maybe not in 2018, but when this came out, I mean, this was insane. This is pretty much like the dinosaur structure deck of 2012, where everyone wants it. And the reprints inside are so good. First up, we have Galactic Overlord, Nimble Manta, Hermetic Seal, the Sun Dragon Overlord, Falling Current, Bouncer Guard, and Light Ray Gearfried. Oh, whoa, that's an ultimate rare, yeah. I thought that was, first oh my gosh. So we have an ultimate rare, Night Beam, really cool looking card, sort of Trickstar Light Stage version 1. This card actually has seen play in a variety of formats, believe it or not. It's pretty cool. Yes, your opponent can just chain a different trap card and then chain the trap card you targeted. However, in that case, this card is like a 1-card Twin Twisters, forcing your opponent to use 2 of their cards. That's actually really cool. Oh, we already pulled an ultimate rare. That's really exciting because, these days you don't pull ultimate rares from packs anymore. That doesn't happen. You can't. It's impossible. So it's cool looking at these older packs where you can. Maybe Konami will someday put ultimate rares back in main sets. Probably not. I think it was like way too expensive for them or something. Falling Current, Evolsaur, Darwino, Double Payback, Hermetic Dragon of Esset, cool. Hammer Shark, Hermetic Dragon, and these cards. Like, you guys think card design's lazy nowadays? Try literally printing the same artwork twice, just reversed with a different background. Like, I know that goes with the lore of these cards, but come on, Konami, what is that? Berserk Skills, Mini Guts, in return. I remember so many complaints about that. Also, it's just like really confusing from someone's perspective who's like just playing against Hermetics for the first time. Luckily, one of them is a lot worse than the other one, so they both don't really see play, but it's still really frustrating. Roadman. One Native Piece, really good card. Mirror Mail. Gishki Beast. Oh man, I like this card. Yeah, this card's really cool because you can actually bring itself back. So if you just play 3 Gishki Beasts and then 3 of the one, I don't know what it's called, but it's like it's a flip monster that searches a Gishki monster. You can have infinite rank 4s. And wow, another holo. Photon Veil. This card has really bad card economy. Shuffle 3 light monsters from your hand into the deck, then add 1 to 3 level 4 lower light monsters from your deck to the hand. If you add 2 or more monsters, they must have the same name. So basically, at best, this is a -1 to search 3 copies of the same level 4 or lower light monster. Not very good. Prior of the Ice Bear, really good card actually. Cross Attack and Needle Sunfish. This is one of my favorite cards in Battle Pack 3 Draft. If you ever play that format, I always mention if anyone plays Battle Pack 3 format in my videos, and I give you guys some tips at like how to draft your deck. But I don't think anyone actually plays that format, so I guess I should stop giving those tips. But if you ever play Battle Pack 3 format, you ever have a night with your friends where you have a couple beers, play some Battle Pack, definitely draft Needle Sunfish. It'll save your butt more times than I can count. Armor Ninjutsu, Art of Freezing, Aqua Armor Ninja, Vampire Koala, now known as Vampiric Koala, Dice Foon. Oh man, you guys remember that Galactic God video on Dice Foon back in the day? Crazy stuff. Dark Flat Top. Okay, so this is what I learned about when like the cards that are like Nami versus semi-Nami, cards that can be special summoned, that kind of stuff. So this card says once per turn, you can target 1 Reactor Monster or Flying Fortress Skyfire in your graveyard, special summon that target, ignoring its summoning conditions. Well, here's the deal. Even though you're ignoring the summoning conditions of Flying Fortress Skyfire, you still have to summon it correctly first, and I did not realize that. Actually, a lot of people did not realize that. So I went into Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I thought this card was glitched because it couldn't bring back Flying Fortress Skyfire. It's super sad, but a very cool card. Oh, nice. Evoltile and the Josho. I've actually done many Evol deck profiles, and that's one of the key portions of that. Starbright, what the heck? Look at that tree. It has little level stars on it. Man, yeah. So we've actually pulled really good this time as well. This card's, yeah, I guess I should talk about it a little bit more. You can like tribute it for like the Evo card, obviously, but more importantly, you can tribute it for cards like Econ, and then it triggers to special summon a guy from the deck. That's really good. That deck topped a couple regionals, maybe even like 1 YCS. And lastly, Order of Chaos. Okay. Evatile, weird looking guy. Galaxy Storm, Shocktopus. Once again, no one's going to play Battle Pack 3 format, but if you do, this card's very good. Full Force Strike, Overcapacity, and oh my oh my gosh, Inzektor Sword, Zectcalibur. Not only is that an ultimate rare, that is a very, very good ultimate rare. This card would have been pretty cash money back in the day. Holy crap, we pulled 4 holos again, and 2 of them are ultis, and 1 is a Ultra. Jeez, that's actually like, that's even less likely than what happened in the first video where we pulled three supers and an ultra. I don't even know what to say, or 3 supers and a secret. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's nice. This would have been really good back in the day. Like all these, well, not Photon Veil, but these 3 cards were really good back in the day. So that would have been a really nice pull. Man, I can't believe we pulled 2 ultis. That is actually crazy. That's super cool, actually. Wow, this would have been, I mean, like, not only are, like, the promos already good by themselves, but then pulling 4 holos and 3 usable holos is just, like, absolutely mind-blowing. Anyway, I guess that's going to be this video's, and I don't know what to say. I'm just, like, the likelihood of those pulls happening in an already such good tin is just, like, so crazy and so unlikely. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was very exciting for me, and in the next video, we'll open the other 2012 tin. It had the Heretic rank 8 on the cover. Not as good as promos, but still very good promos that we'll look at in the next video. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.